Hey, Patriots fans! What a wild few weeks it has been in Foxborough, and honestly, the roller coaster keeps climbing. After that jaw-dropping win over the Bills, you have to step back and really appreciate just how improbable that victory was. This was not just any win. It was the kind of game where the odds were stacked so heavily against the team that even the most optimistic fans would have hesitated to predict a triumph. Imagine this, a road game, 7.5-point underdog, lower time of possession, fewer total yards, more penalties, and a passer rating that trailed the opposing quarterback. On paper, it was a recipe for a blowout loss, yet the Patriots somehow defied all of it. Historically, teams in that exact situation have won only a handful of times since the early 80s. This is the kind of statistic that makes analysts pause, scratch their heads, and quietly acknowledge the sheer resilience of this team. It's rare, it's extraordinary, and it gives a sense of what this season might hold if the team can find consistency moving forward. The victory over Buffalo does more than just pad the win column. It sets a tone. After a performance like that, the key question is whether the Patriots can maintain momentum. A win this improbable carries both excitement and danger. There's always the risk of a letdown in the following week, especially when facing a tough opponent like the Saints, who are more than capable of punishing a team that comes in overconfident or off their rhythm. Yet, the flip side is equally compelling. A team that learns from an unexpected victory, that channels the energy and belief from an unlikely win, could use it as a building block. This is not just a game to remember for the stat sheets. It's an opportunity to define the mentality of the roster and the season. Can the Patriots replicate that performance against the next level of competition? Will they be able to absorb adversity and turn it into a springboard for future games? That is the narrative unfolding right now, and it makes every practice, every matchup, and every decision from the coaching staff feel critical. Speaking of coaching, the relationship between the team and its former quarterback continues to be a fascinating subplot. Tom Brady recently released his personal top 10 teams in the league, and unsurprisingly, the Patriots made the list. Of course, he included several teams that hold personal significance, like the Buccaneers and the 49ers, but seeing Foxborough recognized reflects the respect for what Mike Frabel has established. Brady's rankings spark conversations, debates, and even some skepticism, but the core message is clear. He sees potential, he sees talent, and he sees a team capable of contending if things break right. While rankings like these are often taken with a grain of salt, it's hard to ignore the confidence a legend like Brady places in this squad. For fans, it's not just validation, it's motivation. There's something powerful about having the spotlight shine on your team from someone who's navigated the highest peaks of the sport. It reminds everyone that even with challenges, the Patriots are a team to watch, and that belief, when internalized by players and coaches, can make a tangible difference on the field. Uniforms may seem trivial to some, but for the Patriots, identity on the field has been an evolving story. On Sunday, the team is expected to return to a white-on-white look, something not seen since that memorable color rush game back in 2017. These uniform choices are more than aesthetics. They're about establishing rhythm, presence, and psychological impact. Whether it's the fans in the stands or the players on the sideline, finding a visual identity helps reinforce cohesion and confidence. The experiment with solid blues and silver pants earlier in the season didn't yield the results the team hoped for, which makes this return to the all-white ensemble interesting. It's an attempt to capture a style and attitude that feels uniquely Foxborough, something the players can rally behind. For a franchise with a storied history, every detail, from practice routines to on-field visuals, feeds into performance. Uniforms may seem minor, but in the context of building a culture, they are surprisingly meaningful. The Patriots are looking for something that resonates with the team, something that reinforces their mentality every time they step onto the field. Injuries, of course, are always part of the story, and the latest report has added some notable names. Christian Gonzalez is back on the injury list, though the coaching staff emphasizes that this is part of a predetermined plan to gradually ramp him up in practice. The team is careful with him, knowing just how pivotal he is alongside Carlton Davis. Losing either one would shift the dynamics dramatically on defense, so managing these situations is crucial. Beyond Gonzalez, a few other players have been limited or absent due to various strains and knocks. The Patriots' depth is being tested, and how they manage rotation, keep players fresh, and adjust schemes could define outcomes in the coming weeks. Injuries are more than just physical setbacks. They're strategic challenges that demand adaptability, creativity, and leadership. The way the coaching staff navigates these hurdles often separates teams that endure from those that falter. For the Patriots, this is a moment to prove their resilience, to demonstrate that even when the roster is stretched, the philosophy and preparation of the team remain strong. The offense has its storylines too. After a few rough outings, the quarterbacks and skill players are starting to settle into rhythm. The performance against the Bills showcased flashes of brilliance, combined with critical decision-making in high-pressure moments. Josh Allen's opposition was formidable, but the Patriots' ability to capitalize on key opportunities highlighted both preparation and instinct. Every completion, every defensive stop, every calculated risk contributed to a narrative that goes beyond statistics. This is football as a chess match, and the Patriots show that they can think multiple moves ahead, anticipating pressure, adjusting schemes, and executing when it counts most. It's not just about winning. It's about demonstrating intelligence, discipline, and adaptability on the field, qualities that are essential for a team aiming for a playoff push. And speaking of playoffs, the idea that the Patriots could realistically be in the hunt is no longer a fantasy. With 10 or 11 potential wins on the horizon, if they maintain form and capitalize on matchups, the team is quietly positioning itself as a contender in the division. Every game is a chance to build momentum, every practice a chance to sharpen skills, and every decision from coaches and captains a chance to instill confidence. The narrative of the season is still unfolding, and while uncertainty is a factor, there's also a palpable sense of opportunity. Patriots fans have seen disappointment in the past, but the combination of improbable victories, strategic planning, and developing identity is creating a season filled with intrigue and hope. Even the rookie contributions are starting to catch attention. Tyler Shuck, among others, represents not just talent, but the infusion of energy and potential that can shift dynamics in critical moments. As Spencer Rattler made headlines in previous games, the Patriots' ability to adapt, scout, and respond to rising talents in opposing teams will be crucial. Every matchup, from cornerbacks to offensive line rotations, is part of a larger story of preparation, anticipation, and execution. These individual narratives combine to form the overarching identity of a team capable of overcoming challenges and thriving under pressure. The story in Foxborough is far from static. Every week brings new layers, new challenges, and new opportunities for the Patriots to define themselves. From improbable wins to strategic adjustments, from uniform choices to managing key injuries, the season is a tapestry of calculated risks, passionate effort, and moments that defy expectation. The fans, the players, and the coaching staff are all part of this evolving narrative, and as each Sunday approaches, the question remains: can the Patriots sustain their momentum, build on their improbable victories, and turn potential into performance? There is no single answer yet, but what is undeniable is that the energy, the strategy, and the resilience on display make this season one to watch closely. As we move deeper into the season, the spotlight on Foxborough is intensifying, and every practice, every snap, and every game scenario feels more consequential. The Patriots are navigating a delicate balance between leveraging their recent improbable win and staying grounded for the challenges ahead. That victory over the Bills was electrifying, no doubt, but it also highlighted the razor-thin margin for error. Football, after all, is a game of adjustments, and as opponents study game film, it becomes clear that relying solely on luck or one-off heroics isn't enough. The coaching staff knows this, which is why every detail, from pre-snap reads to red zone execution, is under constant evaluation. It's not just about winning games. It's about building a foundation that can withstand pressure and respond to adversity, something the Patriots have always prided themselves on. On the defensive side, the return of Christian Gonzalez to the injury report adds a layer of tension and strategic planning. His presence alongside Carlton Davis is more than just a pairing. It's a dynamic that significantly influences coverage schemes and defensive confidence. Losing either one, even temporarily, forces the coaching staff to adjust personnel and rotate players into unfamiliar roles. But there's a silver lining. The Patriots have been intentional with how they reintegrate Gonzalez, ensuring he ramps up in controlled portions of practice before facing full-speed game situations. This measured approach highlights the organization's commitment to both performance and long-term health. Injuries like these are rarely just physical setbacks. They test team depth, adaptability, and mental toughness. How the Patriots respond will reveal not just their skill, but their identity as a resilient, disciplined squad capable of overcoming obstacles. Meanwhile, the secondary, in particular, has become a focal point for both fans and analysts. Jalen Hawkins' hamstring, Anthony Jennings' ankle, and Keion White's elbow, all currently sidelined or limited, mean the Patriots will have to rely on depth players to step up in critical moments. Cleon Chason's gradual return from knee limitations and Joshua Farmer's ankle status in the defensive tackle rotation further complicate the picture. Yet this challenge is also an opportunity. Players who might otherwise have limited snaps are now thrust into the spotlight, given a chance to demonstrate talent, earn trust, and prove their readiness. Football is often as much about opportunity as it is about skill, and these moments can define careers, shape rotations, and ultimately influence the outcome of games. Offensively, there is momentum to maintain, but also awareness that the upcoming opponents won't be intimidated by the narrative of the previous victory. Spencer Rattler's emergence as a dual-threat quarterback for the opposition has added complexity to the Patriots' preparations. His mobility, decision-making, and ability to extend plays demand precise communication and disciplined coverage. The coaching staff must anticipate his tendencies while ensuring the defensive front creates pressure without overcommitting. These chess-like matchups between quarterback and defense dictate not just game flow, but the psychological tempo of a contest. Meanwhile, the potential debut of Tyler Shuck adds a layer of intrigue to offensive rotations. Young players often bring energy, unpredictability, and a fresh set of challenges for defenses, and integrating them effectively requires careful planning and situational awareness. The team's approach to finding identity extends beyond uniforms or single-game performance. The white-on-white combination plan for Sunday isn't just nostalgia. It's a subtle way to reinforce confidence and visual cohesion. In a sport where rhythm and repetition can influence outcomes, small adjustments like these can carry outsized effects. The Patriots are experimenting, iterating, and looking for that unique combination of style and substance that enhances performance while strengthening team culture. Every choice, from equipment to formations, contributes to the larger narrative of building a squad capable of sustaining success in both the regular season and the playoffs. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Boston is buzzing with speculation after a cryptic announcement from the Patriots camp. Danielle Hunter, one of the league's most feared edge rushers, is reportedly joining the Patriots for the 2025 season. If true, this would mark one of the boldest defensive moves the franchise has made in recent years, sending shockwaves through both the AFC East and the entire NFL. Hunter, known for his relentless pressure on quarterbacks and game-changing sacks, has long been a coveted talent. Rumors suggest that the Patriots front office has been quietly working behind the scenes to secure a deal that could finally give Bill Belichick's defense the missing piece it desperately needs. Sources close to the team hint that negotiations have been intense, with multiple teams circling, but Boston may have edged them out at the last minute. Fans on social media have already begun speculating on how Hunter's presence could transform the Patriots' defensive schemes. Some analysts argue that pairing him with the existing defensive core could create a nightmare for opposing offenses, especially in crucial red zone situations. Others are cautiously optimistic, noting that integrating a star player into an already complex system can be tricky. Yet, the buzz is undeniable. This could signal a new era of aggressive, high-pressure football in New England. Adding fuel to the rumor mill, whispers from locker rooms and unnamed insiders suggest that Hunter has been spotted training in Massachusetts, raising questions about whether he's already plotting his debut in Gillette Stadium. Could this be a prelude to a blockbuster announcement? The Patriots fan base seems to think so, flooding forums and fan pages with mock-ups of Hunter in the team's colors and imagining the havoc he could wreak on AFC quarterbacks. While the team has yet to officially confirm the move, the excitement is palpable. For years, New England has been known for strategic, measured roster decisions, but the Hunter chatter hints at a more aggressive approach for 2025. If the deal goes through, opponents will need to rethink their offensive game plans, and the Patriots' defense could emerge as one of the league's most feared units. In a city hungry for headlines and hungry for wins, the mere possibility of Danielle Hunter suiting up in New England is already enough to set tongues wagging. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.